Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. So today in this vlog we are going to see how you can or how we can protect the file extensions that are harmful, for instance .exe, .ps1 and then .bat files. So let's see how you can prevent the file extensions that are harmful or that contains malware, for instance like a bat file or .exe applications or .msi. So there are certain predefined application extension where Microsoft scan for it when a user uploads to the Microsoft Teams and then take action accordingly. So in this vlog, I will walk through of how this the feature is useful for the organization is a first instance, and second, there are some drawbacks with this feature. Like I will walk through the demo, and I'll show you how you can even basically upload the file extension that are still harmful. I believe Microsoft is definitely going to evolve slowly on this one, and they have to make sure that the back door is closed as well. So without any delay, let's move on to this how you can prevent upload of these weaponizable extensions to the Microsoft Teams. So this is the article which I was referring to. You can see there's weaponizable file protection in Microsoft Teams. So how does this work? There are two pieces of work which in which this Microsoft Teams works in conjunction. So one is the Microsoft Teams settings where you have to turn on to basically allow this file type to be pushed into the Microsoft Defender, and the Defender does the scanning and then reports back to the user saying this is an file that is being prevented from uploading. So to do the scan, now you have to basically move this file to into the Defender. So that is the first bit where you can turn this on within the Microsoft Teams Admin Center. And we'll also walk through about how the sender and the recipient view looks like. Okay, so I have my Teams application which is logged in with my global admin credentials, and let me also log in to the Teams Admin Center quickly. So under the Teams Admin Center you have message settings, and if you scroll down a little bit, so you see these options which are turned on by default, but for my dev tenant and those tenant which are spin up in the 2026 early 2026 are getting this feature by default turned on. But those tenant which are production, of course, right, so you have to basically take an action whether should you want to turn this on or you wanted to block this file extensions using any third parties or even the Defender, for instance. So here I have this by default turned on. So the first one is the weaponizable file extension or a file protection. So this one will basically, when you turn this on, this will now move or push the file into the Defender, Microsoft Defender, to scan and then give you the results. And second one is a malicious URL protection. So when you have the malicious files, then you can basically put the banner to the user for the warning messages. So again, all the scans are done by the Defender. So from the Teams Admin Center, you basically have to do the consent to push these files to them. And ensure the last one is actually turned it on, because this is where the people can report if there is anything incorrect or any security detection, so is automatically detected. Question: how will I know if the user is reporting this, right? Then you need some configuration where you wanted to have a generic mailbox which receives all these reports from the end user, or even automatically when it is detected, the automated email is sent to that particular generic mailbox. So let's move on to the security.microsoft.com, which is the Microsoft Defender portal, and then go to the systems and then settings. So under the settings, you will see the email and collaborations, and then you can see that user reported settings should be turned on, because that's when the user can report when they find any file messages. Even for instance, they can report it. Send reports item 2. So either you can select all the admins in the tenant you wanted to receive, or the specific let's say mailbox, and you also wanted to notify the admin. So you have a couple of options there. When I drop down here, you can see you got Microsoft only, so you can directly even send this alerts to the Microsoft and my reporting mailbox. So definitely the organizations, the enterprise organizations will wanted to have this with a SOC, for instance, right? Who does this the detection of these files, the scanning, the vulnerabilities, and then basically understand whether that's actually a malware or not. So for instance, I mean, for testing purpose, I've just choose my reporting mailbox only, and then I've given my admin mailbox itself for to receive any sort of alerts. And you have a couple of more other options, like you can brand the template how you wanted to use it, but I'm not interested in that. My major interest is on the Microsoft Teams protection. So this is where you need to be extra cautious. So ensure the zero trust or zero auto purge is turned on, and then you have malware and high confidential phishing. So we're not worried about the phishing at the moment, but malware. So ensure you have the proper policy turned on. So I wanted to use a default access full access policy here. So I'll just go with that by default one, and then save it. So once you have this saved, it might take probably up to 4 hours for the changes to take effect. So I have done this configuration overnight, and now it should be good to test. So this is my account which I logged in with, and well, I wanted to show you the backdoors and other. Let me just quickly delete this message. So well, let me first send a message to Kritika. So let's refresh the page just to remove all those stuff. Okay, so here I have my colleague Kritika, whom I wanted to send a message with extension files.exe. By the way, you can see the list of file extensions that can be prevented is in this URL, and I put this in my description. So by default, it is these what do you call the exposure files types that has been blocked. So by default, these are the danger file extension that has been blocked. And can I do customize? No, currently the Microsoft doesn't allow the customization. Like if there is no PowerShell, which I could see, there is no zip folder, I could see it can have the capability to block them. For me, I feel like the files, it just does the file extension scanning, but not the file itself. So which means there is still a backdoor for the intruders to spoof, right? And they spoof and they can get run the what file you wanted to run. Yeah. So moving on to the my chat, I'm just clicking on attach file. I have got a sample 1 MB file of ChatGPT extension, so exe file. I'm just choosing it. So once it's finished uploading, yeah. So I'll just click enter. Right. So this is the message which you get to see. This message was blocked because it contains a file type that is not permitted. And when they click on it, it goes to the default Microsoft page, right? Where the end user can understand, the sender basically, they can understand why it was blocked. right? And they can reach out to the admins. So this is on my end, like the sender side. Let's see quickly on the recipient side. So on the recipient side, you can see that this message was blocked because it contains a file type that is not permitted. So it's a two-way. It's like both users can understand what type of file they are trying to share each other. So this is how the file extensions that are being exposed as a danger extensions. I mean, this is how the weaponizable file extensions are prevented from executing, or even, sorry, it's not executing, it's uploading. Well, now what are the backdoors? End user can still use it, and Microsoft, I want you to check this. Why it is still, why haven't we blocked the backdoor? Yeah. Now the same file extension, which is .exe, I can zip the file and I can upload it, and the end user can still receive it. So let's do the quick demo on that. So this time, let me upload it from Kritika's account. Just get a desktop. So I have the same ChatGPT file, which is zipped with the test folder. So I'm able to successfully send from Kritika account. On the recipient, they're able to receive it. Well, that's a backdoor. Now I can just go deep inside the folder. I can click on test folder. I can see my file extension, which I can simply download and run it. So what I believe from the Microsoft perspective, it is just scanning the file extension, but not the file itself, which is definitely a severe exposure for the people who want to, who is sharing it. Now, other way, one more backdoor I felt is if I share it with the open link, anyone, I'll just click apply and then copy the link. And I come here and send it to the critical as the OneDrive file extension. Boom. It did not send, of course. Why? Let's see that on the recipient side. So on the recipient side, they just get this message. They can't see what file it is, but they can see that they have some important message. They can report it. So they can report this message, inappropriate security risk, or let's say malicious content, and then report it. But why not this capability for the file which they have sent originally itself? Let's say I'll report this. So the normal report message is available here. Now I'll go back to this. For instance, for this one, you won't see the report message is available. Right? Now, let me go back and I'll show you one more backdoor how you can still share it. So the file extension is blocked. I mean, the file from the OneDrive is directly blocked. But if I choose to attach the file, cloud files, and choose the same zip package, so now you can see that the various way I'm trying to send this package is one through the native way of uploading and which was blocked. Second, when I tried with the zip, it successfully sent. Third, when I tried to send it through the OneDrive link, blocked. But fourth, when I try to send the same zip folder from the OneDrive, it is successfully sent. So going back to Kritika's account, successfully received, right? But user can still go and report it message. So this is how the weaponizable prevention is done today, weaponizable file extension done today. So Microsoft, I would suggest, it's not a suggestion, it's a request. When this features is fully matured enough, it then either you have, until then you should keep this in preview so that the engineers understand, or even the organization understand, that this product is still under development and requires intensive testing. So let me know, guys, how you feel this feature. But for me, I felt this is still good, where at least you can prevent the direct upload of the file extension, because at least the file format is something blocked initially, and you can combine this with the Windows Defender policies and then block this completely. One more way you can add this, this is a bonus of course, so one more way you can block this file extension directly to the OneDrive and the SharePoint, so which you have the default option within the OneDrive settings, where you can just go and click those and prevent those upload. So that way you can, I mean, there you can get the zip file as well, so you, the zip packages which contains exe or by default blocked. Okay, cool. So that's all from my side, and thank you guys for the lot of feedback for my previous video. So I get that couple of messages saying that, you know, I have to speak in the native English a little bit, not more polished. So I'm trying my best to keep it as more native fluency. And then I also got one more feedback on speaking in Kannada, to do with a vlog on my, in a Kannada language as well, so which is good. ಸೊ ಕನ್ನಡದ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೇ ಕೆಲವೊಂದ್ಸರಿ ವಿಡಿಯೋಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದೊಂದು ಹೆಮ್ಮೆನೆ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡುವ, ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೇ ಶೂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. And yeah, till then, take care. Cheers.